appreciate this black beautiful lady. Thank you so much. Yeah? Look at this guy, look at this guy.
They can't contain me, no. So they wanna come change me, no.
I'm waiting for that party that you all have, right?
So no, I'm a standard.
Don't you know why you're standard? Ladies. Okay. What do we say? I'm waiting for that party of money, right?
You won't be taking what's mine.
Aji.
Out of many one people, they're the same. So come on back from me.
Aji.
Strongest survive the human race. Ride away, lost along the way. Tell your children that is beautiful. To be alive is a better of you. Education is the key to rule the world. You don't need to be black to be a pretty girl.
Close it. You don't need to be black to be a pretty girl. No, you don't need to be white to be a pretty girl. Alright? Thank you so much. The definition of beauty. My mother once told me, look at the beauty of the heart. Make more no comments beyond that. Thank you so much, Miv. The stage is all yours. Let's appreciate her once again.
Wow. So next up, we're going to have a Bitcoin adoption in Africa panel. So I'll just call on the panelists, and then once they get here, they can introduce themselves and whatever they do in Bitcoin. So first up, we have Jason. Woo! A round of applause for Jason. A round of applause for Jason. Next, we have Eric Michobu. Yes, fun. Next, we have Roseline. Then lastly, we have our own sweetheart, Sharon. Which one? And the lowness of the weather. Yeah. So to start us off, my name is Maeve Akini, a Bitcoiner, a community manager, a social media manager, and a digital marketer. So I'm just going to pass the mic around, and then I'll let the panelists introduce themselves and tell us whatever you do in the Bitcoin space. We can start from here, then we go around.
Hi guys.
Hi.
My name is Eric Michuku. I'm a Bitcoiner. I've been in the space for quite a while. I do quite a number of things in the space as well. But what I do on a day-to-day basis is OTC. We have an OTC desk. Mostly we deal with corporates who want to either off-ramp or on-ramp into the space. That is basically liquidating their Bitcoins or any other digital assets. Okay. So other than that, I do consulting for quite a number of corporates in the space, especially on market expansion and growth. Thank you so much. I forgot to mention that I'm also part of a team that is creating adventures in Africa. We call ourselves the Bitcoin Nomads. We love to travel and we love to adventure. So the aim of making money, I think, is inevitably like to spend it, right? Or to get rid of it. So once you make your sats of your Bitcoin, you come and spend them with Bitcoin Nomads.
Hi. Hi, my name is Sharon. I am the... Sorry, this camera is just too close to me. Sorry, I don't know my name is Sharon. I am the communications lead at Features Builders. I think you saw some of our developers on the panel before this. Yeah, I am a community builder and I am also an alumnus of Bitcoin Catacomb.
Hi. Hello, my name is Jason again. As I mentioned earlier, I am retired, but I'm coming out of retirement to work on Tando, which is an app that lets anyone spend Bitcoin anywhere in Kenya over the M-Pesa network.
Hi everyone. Hi. My name is Rosaline. I'm an educator in the Bitcoin space, focused on research, worked with Forbes and a few other organizations as just raising awareness and just helping people understand what the A to Z of Bitcoin adoption in Africa is. We've also had some work in the regulatory space, just trying to bring that nexus between what regulators want and where the community is. And I will promise you that's one of the hardest things to achieve. But I know where we are growing as a community, so I know this is the best place for us to be. Thank you.
Thank you for that. So we're just going to go right into it. All of you have adopted Bitcoin. Yeah, that's why you're here, right? So tell us a compelling story of how Bitcoin changed your life and how it can impact the life of others who are around you. So how did you get into Bitcoin? How did it change your life? How did adoption change your life? And how has it changed the life of people around you? Who wants to take? We can start with Rosaline. We'll just go this one. Yeah.
Okay, the hardest thing about answering first is that you're nervous, but anyway, let me brief. So, I came to learn about Bitcoin in 2016 at the recommendation of a friend who just said, Rosaline, I know you like documentaries, watch this one. So, I was like, yeah, it's on Al Jazeera and it's talking about crime and cyber stuff, and yeah, that's not my space. Oops. 2017 was the next time the one came around. There was a forum in Nairobi, I think, at some bubble hotel, and this one I decided I will take myself to learn more. Again, we were, I think, 2 ladies in the room. It was mostly men. I was wondering, this thing really for ladies, and okay, fine, I'll persist a little bit, but it felt quite lonely, to be honest. So 2018, then I was like, you know what, I think I need to delve into this further, because number one, it's research, I love research, and number two, I feel it's an area that is bringing the future of tech and finance together, and not enough people are talking about it. So as I delved into it, this is almost 6 years down the line. How has it changed my life? It changed how I think. It's changed my personality. I was an introvert, and I think most of you would disagree with that. Yes, as you can tell. Yes, it has changed. Even like sometimes things with my family. I used to be the girl who wants to be the most praised. Now I'm happy being the black sheep sometimes. Because sometimes you're talking about Bitcoin and you're there by yourself, like Zilla Bit was on Bitcoin, so those things for Bitcoin is that person, but so sometimes it means being uncomfortable, but knowing that the path that you're pursuing is for a greater cause, it's for a brighter future, and eventually when people come around, you'll be the one that's trusted. So for me it means pursuing a higher standard in all things. It's not just Bitcoin. The same ethos and the same lessons that I carry from Bitcoin, they translate into other areas of my life. So that's it in a nutshell.
I first discovered Bitcoin in 2015, and I just bought a little on a whim. And then the 2017 bull run happened, and I looked at my portfolio. I was like, wow, what is this thing? So I dove deeper, jumped on Twitter, asked a bunch of questions, listened, learned, and I guess I would say Bitcoin taught me the most valuable lesson is self-sovereignty. So no one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. You have to put in the work, the proof of work. And if you do that and you persist, then things will work out.
So I feel like we have no skin in the game. I knew about Bitcoin in 2022. And not until last year is when I decided to dive, and that's how I got into the Bitcoin data space. And the more you learn, the more you get angry at how the financial system works. But yeah, so far so good. I've met amazing people, worked with amazing guys as well. Yeah, I think the space is growing, and I can't wait for the future.
Wow, so for me, I first got to hear about Bitcoin in 2016, but I engaged Bitcoin say Bitcoin has taught me, or being in this space has taught me, is I've been able to learn and understand more about how money works. Because there's nowhere that we are taught about how money works. Not even money management. You earn it, you spend it. That's basically how we've grown up. That's what we've been taught from the society. So far I can say confidently that I know how money works.
A round of applause for them. Okay, since Eric has the mic, when I first, not the first time, the second time I came across Eric, that's when I was introduced to BTC Nomad. And when he was telling us about what Bitcoin Nomad does, he basically says that they go around communities on their trips and they try orange peeling and preaching the gospel of Bitcoin to these communities. So my next question goes to you, Eric. Can you tell us how, I'm not really looking for like a compelling story. We are all compelled to be Bitcoiners. But then can you share a story of how either a community that you came across already incorporated Bitcoin to solve their real problems, their day-to-day problems, or a community that you introduced to Bitcoin and they adopted it and they started like using it to solve their day-to-day problems?
Thinking of a community that is using Bitcoin, honestly, like to solve a real-time problem in Kenya, I would say maybe people who are doing remittance. There's a lot of challenges in Africa sending money across the border. So I've worked a lot with people, especially in West Africa, whereby the dollars are very scarce, and they resulted like to making cross-border payments using Bitcoin. So that is a solution that I can say for sure Bitcoin has really solved the African market.
Right, thank you for that. To Rosaline, is there like an easiest or a safest way where newcomers can get incorporated into the Bitcoin space, where they can acquire or learn how to acquire, use, and store Bitcoin?
I have a blast for Bitcoin data. But definitely, speaking for every community that's represented here, the Bitcoin Tani, Bitcoin Nomads, Bitcoin Tours, each and every company that's represented here today, it's a testament of growth that people are stepping into different aspects of solving problems, right? Because with Bitcoin, it's that, yes, it's a 9-page white paper, that's where all this began. But from this 9-page white paper, people have found ways to serve their communities. The impact of Bitcoin is you and I, not just the white paper. Okay, and it's that if I read this white paper and I don't understand the math, hey, it's fine. If I find this tool can solve remittances just as he's talking about, then why not? One of the other bigger problems, and I know maybe a few of us will relate, when you see your parent who is not able to retire, they have to go back to work, and now they're relying on you because you're the younger one who is working and you can send them a few thousands here and there. How many of you are going through that or have faced that? Just put your hand. Alright. Now, it's that when we talk about something like black tax, it's a very blanket issue. But the deeper problem is, as our currencies are devalued and we're seeing purchasing power lost every year, for most of us as millennials, the concept of retirement is gone, right? Now, what does that mean for us? Should we work all our lives? No. Should we invest everything that we can? Should we work ourselves out of health? No. And that's where Bitcoin comes in as, hey, we have something that can actually give us a better shot at the future. So I want us to see it not just as that cryptic money thing that is hidden on the internet, but as a solution that can actually make our futures more meaningful, that where we don't have to slave for the rest of our lives, and our money can actually mean something. So as we combine, just as Eric has mentioned, is that when you see how money works, it's unfair. How many of you say that the current money system is fair? Current money system is fair. Okay, no one says that. Okay, unless you're a politician and you're getting all the yeah. So not to digress, but the fact is that when we recognize that the monetary system doesn't work for us, then let's start asking those questions, and then we will get to see how Bitcoin can be a solution in that line. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. Speaking of Bitcoin being a solution, so to Sharon, I believe you work with builders in the Bitcoin space. So, have you seen any projects, whether they've been built, they are still being built, they're in progress, there are rough ideas that are yet to be implemented or built that address social challenges like healthcare, poverty, etc.?
I think well, if you have built a project, I think Tando is on Giza. Giza is a crowdsourcing platform where you get stats for your project. I think that works really well. Built for Bitcoin as well. He goes around building like school infrastructure, wells and stuff. Do you see social challenges?
Yeah, such as healthcare, education, poverty.
Can we times fit into that?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, we've had a lot of actually projects that have been built. Case in point, the last built for Africa Hackathon that was held in conjunction with the Africa Bitcoin Conference. By the way, you should. We'll talk about that. We had so many projects. We have like MavaPay, which allows you to send money from whatever country to Nigeria, and you do that through a platform and just your email address. We have Splice. They were one of the winners of the hackathon. Yay! I think they're really amazing projects. And as Nayoma mentioned earlier, I think it's important as we build to focus on our problems, because even on Bitcoin itself, we say that we have the most use cases in Africa, yet most developer activity on the blockchain itself is not by Africans. So why do we have people who are not us building our solutions? So that's why we're actually advocating for more developers, more builders to take up the initiative and build these solutions.